Hi, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Pair of Kings podcast. This week, we sit down with our very special guest, Luke Fracher, to talk about his store, some of his opinions.
Fracher, yeah.
I had no idea. Carry on.
Well, you didn't say it earlier, so I kind of figured you didn't know
No,
what it
I
was.
didn't know shit. I didn't even know who you were until today.
That's all good.
We talk about fashion. Here's the theme song.
What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk? I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump, 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 my lovely little lump. Check it out.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pair of Kings podcast. I'm your host, Saul Thompson. You can find me on Instagram at Saul Thompson. This week, I'm joined not only by my wonderful co-host.
Hey, everybody. I am Michael Smith. You can find me on Instagram at and we are joined today by...
Oh, should I say my own name?
No.
You don't have to.
Well, are you going to introduce me or do I
No.
say? Okay.
Sorry, making that awkward. We're joined by Luke of Lukes NYC, the store that is in New York City and also Los Angeles and online.
Yeah, worldwide.
Worldwide, baby.
My personal is at OG Luke Mook on, I think, everything. And then the store's page is at lukes.nyc, unless we get the old Instagram back, and then it's Lukes NYC with no dot, but you could follow either or.
What happened to the old one?
I don't know. I got taken down.
Damn. What is Mook?
I don't know. Like, I think it is slang for something, but it was more so. And this is also going to age me, and I don't think any of your fucking people who watch this are going to understand this reference. But there was a battle rapper in like 05, 06, 07 named Murder Mook.
Shit.
And we kind of just like took that and made it my nickname when I was in high school.
Okay. You were in high school in 05, 06, 07?
I graduated in 07. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, that does age you.
Yeah, I'm old.
Yeah. against our Zoomer listeners.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm probably, old enough to be most of your listeners' parent of some, if I was irresponsible as a teenager.
I don't think you're our oldest guest, so you're okay.
But I'm the most unked out, possibly. Who was your oldest guest? Like, what if you had like Nick Wooster or some old guy on here?
In a very early season, we had a 78-year-old.
Who?
My old mentor, first black cover model for GQ, old
That's
Ralph
cool.
Lauren muse.
Sick.
Yeah.
We had
Really good
someone
guy.
like mid 40s last episode.
Mike
last guest
Nouveau?
episode. No. No, he's banned from the podcast.
Is he?
No, I don't know.
Okay. I saw that.
Mook sounds like it would be a slur.
I think it might be. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Like I think it's like a.
But not like an American slur.
No, I think it's like a regional thing. You
That
know?
sounds like one of the old ones that came out of like
It sounds like a rube. Or
anti-Polish sentiment,
Yeah.
like the coal mining
I
town.
think
Give
I'm like
that Mook
part
the
Pole.
business.
Yeah.
I think I'm part Pole.
Oh, so you're allowed.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
you can reclaim
Well,
it.
I've had people tell me too from like other parts of the country that like a mook is like when they take a bong hit with tobacco in it, which seems crazy.
Oh, that's a moke.
Oh, some
Yeah.
shit.
MOKE.
How racist epithets be when you up pole.
What?
I thought that was funny. All right, never mind.
What do you- what?
I thought it was good. Michael, can we get a fit check
I don't
before
even,
I
wait, I don't.
bash
Am
my
I just
skull in?
stupid? I don't even understand that.
Never mind. That's an upping pole joke. That'll land for like three people.
I'm into upping pole jokes.
Nice. Okay.
What is upping pole?
Like
Pulling
pulling
a
out
gun.
a firearm on somebody
Oh, okay.
in an aggressive way, not in a defensive way.
Oh, like up. Okay, yeah.
I up the pole on him.
Up the pole. Yeah, okay, all right. My fault.
God, the Unk cast. I gotta get some young
Am
blood in
I
it.
am I fucking up the like vibes? In
No,
this?
no,
Am I
I'm
being old?
Michael's fucking up the
also,
vibes.
I'm fucking up the vibes.
Okay.
I'm equally unk. I'm not equally unk, but I'm pretty close to unk. That's what all the kids call me. So I'm unk now. I'm wearing Kosaburo calligraphy 3D bootcut jeans, Tory leather pelican belt, some sort of Rick Owens tank top situation. I think they call it a glory hole tank top.
Is there like a belly button hole or like a dick hole on the where?
Well, it's tucked in. There's
Untuck it for me.
because most of the Rick tank tops have this. Like,
Oh, it has
curved
like
hem.
cut up. Is that
So
so,
they-
you can get sucked off?
Oh, I mean,
Ostensibly?
that would be the.
I don't think anybody wearing a Rick tank has ever gotten sucked off.
Other than
I
Rick,
think you'd be surprised.
I feel like Rick fucks, but nobody who wears Rick does.
I bet you. What's the Tyrese the boyfriend?
Tyrone?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely,
I bet you
yeah.
he'd be getting sucked off. He got good abs.
I'm so sorry, Mom. Yeah, they just cut a little half circle out of it.
Cute.
Yes, and then I was wearing a Ives Barrera boots and a Balenciaga coat of some form. That's me. Saul, you wanna?
Sure. I was wearing my RM Williams boots as I want to do. Girbo jeans, Leo's in a hoodie with a Gudetama blanket, He's very cozy. There's a good chance he won't move for the entire podcast. And then I'm wearing a Wacko Maria Guilty Parties Ghost in the Shell camp collar that I found after seeing the red camp collar in Essex. I was like, that's great. I'm not paying $450 for that. And then found this one on Mercari Japan for like $30.
I don't think anyone's ever bought Wacko Maria full price.
No,
and it's
no.
the ultimate like boutique in your hometown who's like wants to have Japanese clothes and they'll give an account to anybody.
Yeah.
You know, like
Same as Hysteric Glamour. There's no one who's bought.
I don't even know where the fuck they sell Hysteric.
I was
besides like Bai.
So
like for real.
I didn't know they still
Second
made
Street.
it. I saw it in a store in Taiwan. They had like the full recent collection.
Do you think it's like a licensing situation where it's not made by the same people or like?
Oh no! I mean, it was in like a very official multi-brand store.
A juice store.
A juice store?
You know what that is? Like the clot stores out there.
No, what are you talking
It's like
about?
Edison Shin store. Juice is like the boot. It's fine.
I'm maybe stupider than you think. I would keep that in mind.
All right.
Before you speak to me.
Okay, my fault.
What's a juice store?
Juice is like it's a multi-brand that is like the store that Clot owns.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't even know. It was Beijing or Taiwan, but it was like its own
It's
sort
like
of
the biggest, or was at a time. I don't know if it still is, but like the main. And I may be wrong. I'm sure people correct this, but like the main like multi-brand streetwear chain in China for a long time.
Oh, I've never even heard of it. I mean, I've been to China once, but
It was janky when I went.
China as a whole or juice?
Juice is fine. My man used to work at the one in LA. Do I do my fit check?
Yeah, absolutely. If you'd like to,
Okay.
if you feel so inclined.
I'm happy to do so.
Do you do shoes in the house?
Yeah.
Always?
Yeah. Who gives
That's
a fuck?
crazy. Why?
Why not?
You got rugs all over, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a vacuum too.
You got like poop sharticles coming in
Yeah.
from outside in the streets. Just
You put
I'll take them off once I do my fit check. I was more for this.
Okay, fair enough.
So I got old Prada shoes, and you can see the Prada on the sole,
Cute.
Which is fun. I got the Luke socks, LA Apparel sweatpants, old polo. I think this is Smock or something, like one of those like in-house brands for some store. What else do I have? Cartier's glasses, I think. These aren't chrome, are they? No, Cartier. And then
You had to check.
an old, because I only have two pairs of glasses and I like switch them out. And then an old Audemars, that first watch.
Ooh, first Audemars on the podcast?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fancy.
I don't got money like that. I don't think there will be
I'm
an AP.
sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm working towards it.
You could get a sponsorship if they're doing
From AP?
They're doing Travis collabs. I mean, like the bar's in hell.
Wait, sorry, you think we're on the same level as Travis Scott for collabs?
In my eyes, you are.
Oh.
You're so nice.
Wait, is that an insult?
No, what?
Okay.
Well, I guess it
Wait,
could
hold
be
on.
either or. Okay, I'll take these off now. If that'll make y'all feel better.
I mean, it's your rug, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, who cares?
I just, got the street piss in it now.
Let's jump right into it. Why do you hate Rick Owens?
I don't hate Rick Owens.
Oh, I thought you were giving Michael a shit when we were DMing about it.
Yeah, but as a bit.
I think I was just giving him shit
okay.
about like making Rick a big part of his social media personality. You
Ooh.
know, which is like just as much, I think, of a not necessarily a bit is the right word, but like, we all put on airs for social media, whether or not we really feel certain ways about shit. I like Rick. It's just like not really for me.
I feel certain. I'd feel the way about it that it's just the one thing I know. It's the only thing I'm smart enough to talk about.
Yeah, I mean,
And so I talk about it. I contain multitudes though. I'm a diverse dresser sometimes.
Rick sells well for me. He makes good clothes. It's like it's just not for me. Like, but I have I have a pair of Detroits in the closet that I bought at Self Edge that are like this cool wax that are selvage.
Oh.
That fucking blue and red flannel that they dropped this season is really fucking good.
Rick's attempt at becoming Ironheart.
Yeah, which is like Ironheart's deeply uncool, but Rick is like actually kind of cool. Like Rick is fine. It's just I really like the alpaca and like the boiled cashmere like Jason's and stuff when they're not too long, like the cropped ones.
You
really
like the real unoffensive, the regular Rick.
Yeah, I really like regular Rick, and I like Rick that has like interesting material choices.
Yeah, that waxed that Self Edge thing. Oh, I forgot. I'm wearing my Self Edge hat today. That people keep trying to buy off me. that self-edge material is like is exclusive to them.
Yeah, it's like it's like the rough wax that becomes smooth as you wear it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It's
cool shit.
Yeah,
I have something in that.
it's interesting.
Material. Good shit.
I have so many questions about the store.
Ask away.
Yeah. So
That's proprietary.
okay.
Wait, how about? No, I lost it.
Okay.
Yeah, ask away.
Yeah. So at the store, you guys are obviously in the business of buying, selling, I guess not trading, but sort of trading clothing.
Do you accept trades? Can people come in and
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm in the business of trading because it doesn't really make me any money, but it's a service that we offer to people.
Right. If someone's got something you think is...
I mean, listen, someone walks in with an item that I'm interested in, I will give them a cash or a store credit offer, and the store credit is towards whatever in the store, and it's generally a bit higher than the cash offer.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm super curious about a couple of things. One is, and I've talked to our mutual friend Cody about this, about the things that sell the fastest, but in general, is there like... he said like gallery department.
Gallery sells, but it's like, I think anything sells if I do my job right and I'm able to price it right. You know, like that's how I look at the company. Is like if an item sits for more than 48 hours, I didn't do my job the right way.
Got it.
Because I even at my first company, like it's volume based. You know.
Yeah.
But what is the question you're asking? Like, what sells the fastest? Or what sells the best?
I guess right now, what is selling the best? Because I feel like sometimes Michael and I get really pigeonholed into like...
The short answer is Chrome Hearts.
Okay.
You know, and the long answer is kind of whatever the modern day hype beast, which is for better or for worse, kind of who I'm catering to, because so much of my clientele came with me from round two, or from like what I used to do. It's just kind of like what's hot in the street. So it's like sometimes certain Rick stuff sells really well, whether it's like cargo bellas for 6 months because Travis wore them, or like
just follow the rappers.
Like certain Bottega will sell really well. Generally Prada sells really well. Balenciaga, but it's like not every single thing now. It's like, like certain hoodies or like sweatpants or like certain baggy jeans. Acne sells really well, but like I can't sell acne from 5 years ago. It has to be like trendy on trend acne, like, so it's kind of like it's like a two-pronged answer to that. The first answer being if something's priced right, which is what we strive to do with everything.
Yep.
As well as giving people as much as we can for them, more than like other stores that I think people associate with us. And then B, just kind of like what is the most trendy in the streets, or like if we get something that's genuinely really interesting that it's hard to find that can also sell well.
Yep.
I feel like that's the thing that I feel like your store always seems like it's priced for turnover and not for like what's the most you can get out of it.
I mean, 100%. Like I'm not running an archive, or I'm not running a
this Balenciaga.
Correct. To me, none of this is precious. I am trying to scale this company to 8 figures as quickly as possible, or that's like the goal, and so that's why I am always looking to like turn over products, turn over money, and just continue it going, even if my margins are a bit lower than other people. I just don't think that, again, like I don't think that any of this stuff is precious by the time it gets to me. Like maybe there'll be 1 or 2 things that are like genuinely like, oh my God, like this is crazy to have. But it's like most people who have items like that are going to take them to a Real or a Justin Reed or somewhere or a Sotheby's or a Jupiter auction where they feel like they can extract the most value out of it. For me, I think you come to me for convenience. And that's why you take less than your stuff is worth, but it's like it's right there in front of you.
Of course.
What is the craziest thing you can think of getting in recent memory?
I don't know. Like expensive chrome hearts. Like I don't like.
No Luke Birkin yet.
Someone brought a Birkin in the other day, and I just don't know how to authenticate them. And he said that he got that as like he was like, I got it as payment for doing a real estate deal. And I was like, I'm so good off this. Like I don't know how to authenticate this. I don't want to wire you $8,000 for this unless I'm 100% sure, and I'm not,
What's the craziest story somebody's brought in to try and like, oh, I found this on the side of the street. I don't know if it's authentic. I need $6,000 for it.
Yeah, we don't get as much of that as you would think, and also like I don't have an answer for that because I deal with a few dozen people every day, and I've been doing so for the past 12 years, 2 years with this company or 2.5 years with this company. Like it all kind of blends together, and it's just like, okay, like I've heard it all before. I don't I don't like think too much into it generally. Because like at the end of the day too, like we take, I take ID in accordance with like the New York City, secondhand dealer thing. I have my secondhand dealer license. I do the same in LA, even though we're not required to. So it's like at the end of the day, I'm not going to take something if someone tells me they did something illegal, get it. But otherwise, I don't really give a fuck where you got it because I have your ID and I've followed all rules and regulations, you know, like that. So it's like where'd you get this? And if they give me some fucking roundabout story, my eyes kind of glaze over, like. So.
I'm curious is there like, what is it called? The stripper index where you can like tell there's a recession coming if strip clubs get empty. Like,
I don't see it.
There's no like headwind. You're not like on some shit.
The fact of the matter is,
early.
I don't think I like obviously I hope there isn't a recession the way that there's going to be, and I haven't been around long enough doing this to really know. And also like even with my first company, we were around for 10 years, but it was during the like 10 years where money was free and there was low unemployment and shit, like, so I haven't like, I was in college during the actual recession, like I was selling pot out of my apartment. Like I didn't feel that recession in the same way. And especially in Richmond, rent was $500, like it was $300. It was easy. So like it wasn't like I didn't feel that recession in the way that like someone my age would if I was back then, Yep. And so I haven't really like been through crazy recessionary times, A, and then B, like I would like to think, and I'm hoping that if there is a recession, what I do is actually like kind of like going to be able to do well in it because we offer value first, and like give people the opportunity to like get things that maybe they wouldn't have an opportunity to acquire if they don't want to pay full price, if that makes sense.
I forget what the exact name is, but it's something like the lipstick effect where during times of recession, people actually end up spending more on like luxury cosmetics.
Yeah. Liquor stores crush it, during like, it's like.
That makes me feel kind of bad.
Yeah. But like.
Gun sales go up.
Yeah, exactly. Gun sales go up when like a Democrat comes into office because people are freaked out about shit, and they want to feel safe. Like, and I'm hoping that if there is a recession, God forbid, which I hope there's not, that my people will continue to shop with us. And
recession happens, I'm buying a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
You got a guy?
Oh, all the time.
Plug me. There was a dude when I was living in Richmond back in the day, who again through the people I was trapping with, who was like an old, like an ex, like he'd gone to Iraq like 3 times, and I don't know if it was real or not, but I was in his crib one time and he showed me a fucking like rocket launcher.
Oh, there's a.
How dudes be when you up rocket launcher?
I was like,
just like the tube, not the one with the big like warhead on the end of it, but like just the big.
I think
tube.
it was just the tube, maybe.
So those are one-time use.
Oh, so
and
maybe.
a bunch of people, like, because I was staying in a house in like Washington D.C. of a former soldier, and he just sort of had one lying around. The tube with the shoulder tube is one-time use, and they don't care.
Oh, you can just keep it. Okay.
The ones that you click in are multi-time use.
Yeah, the one that's like a longer, skinnier tube with a like the RPG.
No, it was the big, like the round one.
Yeah. So those are pretty. Those are cheap and easy to come by, I think.
Okay.
Damn, probably check eBay. You might be able to get yourself a rocket launcher.
That TikTok of the dudes who sell the like Taliban shoes and like the military jackets who are like y'all's age, who they probably have those.
Oh, the American.
Yeah, those kids are
the
cool.
funny guys.
Yeah.
I need
Americana Pipe Dream.
American Pipe. Yeah, I need 500 size 28 Twinks to buy these.
Yeah.
These camo pants. That guy.
You lived in DC?
No, I was just visiting. I was at an Airbnb, and there was.
You did an Airbnb where you like stayed with somebody else?
No, he just
left it in there.
I don't know what it was because it was it was a fully furnished, like felt like someone's home, but Airbnb. I don't know if he just like lived somewhere else and retired and left all his family pictures up, or I don't know if I don't know if he killed the owners. I don't know.
Okay, but you weren't like you didn't do the thing where like you rent a room in someone's house.
No, God,
that seems so insane.
No, my whole family rented.
I've done that.
Have you?
Yeah. When I was in Australia, when I got Leo,
that's different.
I was
because
like
it's Australia.
Yeah,
sorting low to high on Airbnb.
You're also a college student.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially
it's like a hostel.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Interesting.
You guys seem to do a lot of sorting low to high.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, we're broke as fuck.
Yeah. Welcome to the.
After this episode, we'll fucking maybe not.
Yeah.
And when I get my AP sponsorship,
Yeah,
start
as soon as
flipping
the
them.
AP
I'm gonna call someone as soon as we get off this.
I walk into Luke's. I'm like, listen. So they gave me the. Okay, so you know Travis Scott, right?
Be like, would you buy this Royal Oak?
Hot take.
Mike
I
Nouveau
think
offered me 100.
Most APs are really ugly.
Yeah.
Like the giant clanky.
Well, a lot of them look like Hublots and shit, and it's just like rich dude, like yacht owner core.
It always reads
In,
to
like, the
me
worst
like tiny dick armor defense, where it's like okay,
like a Hummer.
Yeah, let me get the biggest watch I can find to just draw attention away from like something else that's going on in my body, and that's either going bald, tiny penis, wife that's cheating, failing career.
All 4. Fuck it.
I
Run it
usually
up.
think the failing career is probably the least of their work. I think those guys don't have failing careers; they have the other 3 things.
Yeah, because they're buying the AP, so
Yeah,
they're
that's what I'm
doing
saying,
better
like-
than us.
I meant like sleazy lawyer, failing career. Like, oh, he's got the AP. He must be reliable.
If my lawyer got the AP, I'm going to jail, dog.
I'm so emphatically not a watch guy. I can't even really picture an AP.
Yeah.
I have another one. I'll show you
Oh.
after the fact.
How's your job?
How's my job?
Failing or?
No, I so far so good. Well, it was what Tiny P. I kind of am. I'm losing a little bit of hair. That's where my head's at.
Oh, you're fine.
You seem great. You got.
Yeah.
I had a friend who was like genuinely offended because I had my head shaved for a long time. When I started growing again, he was like, "Bro, you have hair. Why the fuck would you shave it?" He was like annoyed
Appropriation.
that I had,
That's a Seinfeld episode.
I had
That's a
stolen-
Curb episode.
Is it? It's both.
Well,
Oh, is that actually a Seinfeld?
It's actually a Seinfeld
Yeah, it's
episode.
like bald guy stolen valor.
yeah.
Yeah. There's I think George gets mad because Elaine is dating some guy who can grow hair,
But he chooses not to?
He stays bald because he likes swimming or something. And he because she sees his driver's license, and she's like, "Oh my god, he can grow hair." And George is like, "That's stolen valor, whatever the 90s
stolen
equivalent of
valor
stolen
term.
valor
Yeah.
is." Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Larry David's not got a lot of ideas. He did
Yeah.
that and he stole it back. Before Luke's, I didn't actually know this. You did round 2.
Yeah, I founded that company with Sean and Chris, my old partners.
Oh shit. Where was that in New York? Was that the one?
It was on Stanton between Ludlow and Essex.
Yes. So I used to walk past. My girlfriend used to live on that street, and I feel like I used to walk past that every time they were doing sneaker drops and shit.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But it's not around anymore?
No.
No.
So that was one of the first, at least that I can remember, like successful sneaker and T-shirt as well, like resale stores.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you learned a lot by doing the job, or did you come in with sort of the expertise already? And
No.
build off of
We
that?
didn't know what the fuck we were doing for a long time. You
Sure.
know, yeah, I think it's like learning on the job. I was kind of telling you this before we got on the air, was like kind of the ethos for Luke's is like taking the mistakes or the things that I learned from the first company and trying to apply those in a way where I can hopefully learn from them and like not make the same mistakes twice.
Yep. I'm super curious, especially now at Luke's, when you're emphasizing turnover, you're trying to sort of make sure things get off the shelves. You're not holding on to stock. How knowledgeable do you have to be in terms of pricing, in terms of making offers to people? Or do you sort of let people that come in set the tone when they start negotiating?
I think the classic negotiation thing is like, the first person to say a number kind of loses,
Yeah.
So I do my best to get a sense of where people are at. Because if someone comes in with something and they want it more than I'm going to be able to sell it for, there's no point in arguing about that because they're going to be upset with my offer regardless, right? So it's like, if you come in with like a pair of like Ramones that, like I think a pair of leather Ramones clean is worth $450 or $500 tops, and you tell me you want $600, I'll probably just pass on it. And then people are like, "Oh, well, how much are you offering?" I'm like, "All right, well, that gives me the invitation to actually make the offer without just being like trying to jam $300 down their throat," right?
Yep.
I feel like if you want $600, you got to do the work yourself.
I mean, there are plenty of times where I'm like, "Listen, this is a bit higher than I can give you. Like, I would recommend going on Grailed or putting it online."
Yep.
I'm not like offended if people don't want my offers or if they want more than I can give them. I understand people want the most for their stuff. And at the end of the day, everyone who walks into the store had to go out of their way and come across town to bring me stuff. So I appreciate them, and my business wouldn't be where it is without those people doing that. So like, I do my best to just be like, like understanding and just be like, okay, like, yeah, I understand. Here's what I would recommend doing because I can't give you what you want, and try to like do my best to give them a solution that will work for them if I'm not able to be that solution.
You're being really nice. maybe let's run that back and just be really vindictive and be like, get your broke ass the fuck out of my store.
You know what's funny is there are plenty of like resale
chopped
store
ass Ricks need to take it up the street to Second
I
Street.
mean, there are times where you're like that if someone's fucking rude to you. You kind of give back what people give. But like, you know, I see like a lot of people who run resale stores or like who do that type of like thing for a living try to act like that, or like they'll post those videos or those skits where they're like that. And I'm like, this is such a fucking awful look.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, it's fucking unkind and rude. And at the end of the day, like you have to realize that people are coming out of their way to like bring you stuff. And if they didn't do that, the business wouldn't exist. So
Wait,
it's like,
what skits?
like the shit where people will come in and like sell shit and they'll either like argue about it or like, you've seen those fucking like people selling shit and there's like the camera right there and he's like at the counter.
Oh, the like that one like really rich British people want the one that sells Birkins.
That's kind of like that, yeah. But there's more so like sneaker and like other type of resale guys who are like, you know, like that on TikTok and Instagram and shit. And I also just think those skits are fucking torched, but that's a whole nother.
I'd say most internet content is pretty torched.
Yeah, I mean, ours is for the store for sure, but that's, you know.
I kind of like your brand of it where you're just kind of standing there and you're just like, well, here's what we got. Let's run through it.
Yeah, I mean, I again, it's like none of this is precious, and it's like I don't have the bandwidth to come up with like fun ideas. I do know how to just talk and yap and like speak into the void, which is what social media and the internet's for anyway. It's like you have a platform, you've given yourself a platform, you can say whatever the fuck you want, and people can't really say shit to you about it, you know, like, that's what's fun about the internet and what's, you know, amazing about the world that we live in.
So as somebody that's been in the game for so long, well, I mean,
go ahead.
As someone absolutely
as
ancient,
some old motherfucker, tell me, Unc.
put me on, Unc.
What you need now?
Jesus Christ. Do you like how sort of like streetwear / hypebeast is trending? I'm curious to see your perspective on like the general like new and up and coming like archive community, the quote unquote like hypebeast of nowadays, because it has changed so much, right? Like it's not just box logo 5-panel
But
Jordan
it's like,
ones.
you know, what's funny is like for the first 6 months the store was open, I was like, the consumer's completely different, you know? And then you're like, oh wait, no, this is the exact same person. They're just into different shit. Like, okay, I was tripping.
What kind of like, what got you into fashion and what was your like starting point there?
Like sneakers for me, for sure.
Okay.
You know, like being on Nike Talk when I was young, like watching like fucking like rap music videos and wanting to dress like I was fucking Cam, you know? Like I like wanted to like...
Is that why the shower curtain? You have a Killer Cam shower curtain?
Well, I bought that like a long time ago. We just didn't have a shower curtain for a long time. But yeah, like, I mean, for me, it was like kind of like hip hop and like rap music and just like, I'm from Virginia, which is, you know, I think culturally a suburb of New York. Like I think it's in this place where it's like culturally both a suburb of Atlanta and a suburb of New York, which are the two probably biggest cultural hubs on the East Coast. Because it's kind of directly in the middle of the two places. So like
sort of like the medium, the slim fit pants in between Atlanta and New York baggy.
Exactly. Exactly. And so like I kind of just took style cues from what I saw on the internet and on TV from kind of both of those places, you know, whether it's like New York was, you know, like sneakers and like kind of like more true streetwear, like Supreme and shit. And then like Atlanta, at least for like, from my perspective, was like polo. And I know New York had polo and like low and shit, but like when I think of polo, I think of like Young Dro or like those type of people. And then, you know, like Cartiers, were an Atlanta thing for me. I know they're like a lot of people associate that with Detroit, but like the rappers I was listening to when I was coming up were talking about it, and they were all Atlanta dudes.
Were you big into the Migos?
Yeah, but I mean, I was also, you know, 24 when that first album came out. So like, you know, but I remember the first time we went to Fashion Week was right when Bad.
That's how old Saul is right now.
Oh, is that?
I'm
No,
25.
not quite. He's 25.
Okay, you look great.
Thanks, man.
How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
I'm gonna say 26.
Oh,
Dude,
I'm 30.
he's 38.
I'm ancient.
You look good for a white guy.
You do too.
I know. Yeah, I'll send you up to fucking hit me back with that. It's all good.
Saul's just fucking. It's skincare, you know. I'm on my retinol.
I'm a Dermalogica girly.
A Dermalogica.
Yeah.
Ooh, fancy. I'm like stocked up with Ordinary.
Human made.
Human. Fuck. No, just Wait, Human Made does skincare?
Yeah, you didn't know that? I went to Dover Street. I forgot they did it, and there's a whole display.
I don't trust that.
And it's supposedly not very good.
Yeah.
Like
from what I
everything
understand.
Nigo's made since 2016.
No, I think it's just Pharrell. I think he took. Is it called Human Made? What was the name of the NMDs?
The
Human race.
Human Race. That's what
Human
it is.
race?
Yeah.
I think it is Human Race.
It's crazy.
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
human something. Humans in
Yeah.
the name.
It's just the same thing, but it says skincare in different languages.
How the fuck have they kept those dogs on every single stoplight in New York City for like 5 years?
What
Do you know what I'm
dogs?
talking
What?
about?
No,
The
what?
human made
Oh, the dog stickers?
Mastiff dog sticker.
I just think they have a strong street team.
Like they're still doing it?
There's I don't know how they've kept them up.
I just think that they probably have a bit more free time in the BBC store than we think, and they're probably sending people out to bomb stickers on light poles.
I was walking, I was dog sitting my friend Tanya's dog and Leo in Greenpoint, and I walked by like
It's a bummer.
4, I don't know, it was fine. 4, crossing lights in a row with like brand new human made Mastiff
I love
stickers.
the
And I was
idea
like,
of, like-
what the fuck is happening
I
out
love
here?
the idea of being like, you know what, like we gotta get the brand out. We should put this shit up in Greenpoint.
Yeah, we need more Polish customers. Could you get out to Greenpoint for me?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I guess Greenpoint's like Polish customers and people with Uber money.
You think the South Williamsburg Jews rock a human made? They made like some black moleskin stuff. They'd start rocking it.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Be sick.
Yeah. You talking about the dudes who be dressed like Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah. With
my
the
people.
big-
Yeah, I know the Hasidics. It's funny because the store in LA is also pretty much in a Hasidic neighborhood because
Nice.
like right off Melrose and Hollywood is like a huge Hasidic population, so it's like the same vibe in everywhere I go, man.
You sell a lot of Yoji there?
Yeah, I do. Saw a lot of Yoji wigs.
Oh no.
I always feel so bad. Again, I'm Jewish. I've been around the Hasidic community.
I
Not a
didn't
lot.
realize you were chosen.
Yeah. No, I got
You
the cut and
Sephardic or
everything.
you Ashkenazi?
Sort of half and half.
Okay. You got a good olive tone to you.
Thanks. Appreciate it. I always feel terrible. The Hasidic community has not figured out like the lace front. It's always like the worst wigs. I'm so sorry.
No, but it's
Yeah.
so true. It's like
It's really bad.
it's like this is part of your culture. Kind of figure it out.
It's the dollar store wig.
Is there something prohibiting like real hair wigs? Do they have to be?
I don't
I
think
don't think you're
so.
supposed to show real hair.
You're not supposed. Well, you're expected to shave your head.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't think that there's a restriction on real hair wigs.
Okay.
And so, I went to Chabad my sophomore year of college, which is like Hasidic. They invite a bunch of Jewish students in to try and like convince them to be more
adopt-
Jewish.
Yeah.
And you go in and it's like a mansion. It's huge.
Is it above or underground?
Above ground,
Okay.
they had a huge
Why
basement that they would
specifically?
throw parties.
No reason.
You're not on the Jewish underground?
Sorry.
It's like the Velvet
up and coming.
Underground.
oh yeah, no, I know them.
Okay.
The Hasidic
Yeah.
underground?
Yeah.
Anyway, so you go in, insane mansion, party.
Shit was a movie, huh?
Yeah, I mean, like really ostentatious.
Where was this? Was
just
it was it in one
in
of those
New Haven.
Oh, so it wasn't in one of those villages outside of New York?
No, no,
Okay.
no.
This sounds like Eyes Wide Shut.
Kind of. And then you pull up and like
Boys Wide Shut.
he's wearing his Jesus.
It's a bit of a stretch.
Okay, wait, maybe we should cut that.
No, that's good. That's good.
You're good.
I'll allow it.
got the
But
pass.
you know,
Sorry.
a Hasidic man's dressed to the nines, and his wife is in like the dumpiest dress you've ever seen and the ugliest wig.
Well, I
And
think
I'm
it's like
really?
I think it's like low key, and I don't want to like read too much into this, but it's like I think it's to keep like the woman like
Oh, it's super
downtrodden.
misogynistic.
yeah.
exactly.
It's
like
a
that's
horrible-
some
yeah.
misogynistic
Yes.
shit. Like,
Yeah. No, it's not great. Anyway, I don't know how we got there.
Were they playing the Migos there?
Mango Fu, actually.
What is that?
Really? You're from Atlanta? He was like,
I'm not from Atlanta.
or sorry, you're from Virginia, a suburb of Atlanta.
You mildly claim Atlanta.
I've never been.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mango Fu was like Offset clone that they, I guess, were breeding.
Was
I
he
don't
like
know what
supposed
the
to
right
like
word is.
take over Offset's spot?
So you know how Rich the Kid was the fourth Migo?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay, so Rich the Kid was like informally the fourth Migo.
Did not know that.
Okay, Mango Fu was like Offset had a baby. What's the? He was doing like the. Have a son who you can like take organs from should you age too much.
Oh, like a blood boy.
Yeah.
Blood boy.
Yeah. He was Blood Boy for Offset.
Do you think they were like he was given like dread transplants?
They take him to Turkey and they're just like, take the back.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Take the good hair.
Yeah, it's like what Fetty Wap did.
Skinny jean graphs. Can't take them off.
Versace patterned graphs.
I feel like Mango Foo's got to pick a better name before he gets in the spotlight.
Well, I don't think he was
Been like
in the
8
spotlight.
years. I
Well,
think he's missed his window.
I feel like I've never heard of him, and that's crazy to me because like I feel like I would have seen him on Melrose if I knew who he was
Damn.
back then.
Damn. You
Because
keep dogging Mango Fu?
Don't go to LA without checking in with Luke.
No,
all
not
right?
that. It's just, I used to see Rich the Kid all the time, and so like. Yeah, like we used to see the Migos all the time at R2. We kicked the Migos out of round 2 because they tried to smoke a blunt in the back room.
So sick. I've heard so many stories of that, like ilk. The same with the Grail party they had to kick out.
Well, smoking weed at a Grail party and smoking weed in the back
In
of
the
a
back of a
sneaker
store,
store
yeah,
are
but-
kind of different
oh, wait,
things.
and Essex.
Well,
Yeah.
What's the most heinous thing somebody's tried to do in the store in New York? Because it's a small
store?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty.
you know,
cramped.
nothing because I have the door guy for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait. So you have ostensibly a bouncer.
Yeah.
Is that? Do you need that?
You know, I figured when we first opened, because it was just me, that it was cheaper to hire someone full time to work the door with me than it was to deal with theft or get robbed.
Yep.
Probably, yeah. I guess the
And-
money you've saved.
And also it's just like it also like it changes the tone when people walk into the store and kind of like allows us to have a more open discourse about money, and it's not some weird one-on-one this
Yeah.
guy's by himself shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was just like that's also why the store has such bizarre hours.
Yeah.
Is because for the first 8 months we were open, it was just me. So I was like, I want Mondays and Tuesdays off, and I don't want to start working till I get to work at 10, but I need to like list stuff, put it online. I was using Grail at the time, but like I needed 3 hours in the morning to like get the day together and then open.
Are you guys completely in person for all of your buying, or do you scrape on the internet?
No,
You have
I don't.
somebody
I
doing
don't
that?
source in that sense.
Okay.
People maybe will DM me and like say,
Yeah,
"Do you
yeah.
want this?" And if it's interesting enough, I will usually tell them to send it, and I'll pay them when it arrives. But like a lot of the times, I just don't feel like dealing with it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But we're working to. That's one of the things that's on our docket is we're we're redesigning the website. We're going to add an offer feature for older products on the website.
Oh, cool.
And then we are going to figure out a way, or we're figuring out a way for people to send their product into us and then get paid once it arrives and we've gone through it.
Is there a because it's not just you doing buying anymore. You must have someone in.
I have
both.
like 3 or 4 buyers across the company.
Is authenticity like a struggle? Do you have to like teach that to people?
Yeah, I don't think it's like a struggle per se, but it's an ongoing thing, you know? And like anyone who claims that they're 100% on it is lying, you know,
Yeah.
either to themselves or to the world. You know, like everyone makes mistakes. Shit can always get through. It's nice to have multiple buyers who put eyes on everything, you know, like I usually have one buyer buying, the other buyer who buys when that person's not working is usually the person listing the product. So at least 2 sets of eyes will get put on it. You know, I will usually go through the website a couple times a day, look at new products, see what there is, look at the tags and shit, make sure everything looks good. But you know, their stuff does make it through. And, you know, if something is genuinely inauthentic, I do what I can to make it right, whether it's refund the person once we get the product back or do whatever. But people also try to tell me shit that I know is real is fake, and a lot of the time I'll tell them to fucking kick rocks, you know, like so like
Because they like want to get it cheaper. Or
yeah, or they like you know like they want to send it back because they weren't happy. We don't offer returns, and like oh this shit's fake. Or it's like well I got it from a dude who works at Kering, so like I know it's fucking real, you know like. But you know mistakes happen, shit happens, and I think the most important thing is just like not chastising the customer and just doing what you can to make it right as quickly as possible because like that's the most important thing is like you know like my name is on the fucking window and I have no interest in getting over on people or selling inauthentic product at all, you know like I don't care how much money I could make. I want to do the right thing on top of before everything else.
I had a gripe with Second Street. They had Michael was in there with me, like 2 fake Virginia Creeper hoodies.
Which location?
Orchard.
Oh yeah.
And just walked up and was like, "Hey guys, these are fake. Like, they're missing tags. I think something was even like misspelled or the date on the tag was wrong."
It's Creeper with a K.
Yeah, I mean, it was like Raph Simon, and I was like, "Okay, great." I handed them to them. I was like, "Hey guys, these are fake," and they're like, "Okay, cool." I walked by the next day and they were like up on the wall.
Yeah.
It's like, "Are we serious? What are we doing? What are we doing here?"
Well,
same store. I pointed out that one of their Rick items was Amazon harem pants with a Rick tag sewn into it.
kind of sick.
Just like you know the like real like study abroad
Yeah.
type slouchy pants.
Yeah.
Slackline pants.
Nice.
But with the
Slackline.
Are you good at slackliner?
Fuck no. No, sorry. I was really busy having sex in college, so I didn't.
Yeah, well,
That's a lie.
we all make mistakes.
I wasn't doing that either, but I certainly wasn't slacklining. Yeah,
Which way, Western man?
They just like sewed a tag for a Rick
I think
beanie.
slacklining will get you the pussy is the crazy thing. Sorry.
No, you're absolutely
If you
right
do
there.
the backflip,
Really?
Yeah,
Actually,
it'll be like a Burning Man type.
I was about to
girl.
say, what girls got pussy too?
what?
Wook girls also.
Oh, wook.
Yeah.
Wook.
What is wook?
That's an Australian term.
No, it's a
Isn't
fucking festy. It's like dudes who like go to disco, who like Disco Biscuits fans, like wooks. You know, like
It's Burning Man people.
hippie, like dready, like Disco Biscuits, Pretty Lights.
What, the white girl with the dreads who sings about acid.
She's so hot.
You gotta go.
She's an OnlyFans girl.
Is she?
I think so. Yeah.
She's low key. I hate to admit it. She's so fucking bad.
I'm so sorry, Mom.
But yeah, like Wookiees, like they're like the new age fish dudes, hippies. kinda.
okay,
And they're
yeah,
all
yeah,
into
yeah.
like Excision and like Skrillex now. There's probably
Yeah.
new EDM, but like they're like into
yeah.
EDM now. Like I was hung out with a lot of those people in college because like
Oh, I'm sorry.
when I was trapping, I would get my drugs from them, and they had the best drugs for the best prices. So I was able to like there's arbitrage.
Interesting.
They're like
You were somebody that was not a Burning Man festival attendee.
I would listen to some Skrillex if it came down to
Oh
it.
yeah, Skrillex. Don't get me wrong.
Although jam band shit is not for
No.
me.
Yeah.
I am
Okay.
so anti jam band.
Thank God.
But back to what we were saying a second ago. I do think that it's difficult for a company as big as a Second Street or a Real to scale to a certain point. And I
Yeah.
don't think my company will ever be able to scale to a certain point because I think the human capital that it takes to really authenticate correctly
Yeah.
and to really do the job correctly, like it becomes cost prohibitive to have that many people who are able to do that
Yeah.
job, you know?
The
I
Real
think
has an
sometimes-
entire team
well,
dedicated
if you
to that,
have a
and they
team
And they all get
dedicated-
paid $20 an hour
Yeah.
in New
Yeah.
Jersey. You know, like
Yeah.
at a certain point, people aren't going to give a fuck. You
Right.
know, like,
The Real has listed the exact, I don't know if it's the exact same, but it's the same batch of fake soccer moans once a month for the last year. They look they look like they're made of like kitchen glove rubber. And they're like, on the bottom, they say Rico Owens, and they have like a circle, like the cheap, like it's like a circle with a Japanese size number printed on it.
I sort of miss the era of like stupid Instagram page that's not just like the same video posted every day. I want somebody to start like the real fakes and just collect those.
Could be us. Be the change
be
you want to
us.
see in the world.
I don't have time like that.
All right, my fault.
let's go be on me, big dog.
Yeah, all right. I'll take that. I mean, I'll make a bot that posts every time the Real reposts that same pair of. I have a friend who like works in the authentication department, but like genuinely, like not at $20 an hour.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Like
So I have a friend actually who used to work for me
Yeah.
at R2 who like does that job now.
like
and
head
like
Birkin eliminator.
yeah, like there are people who are talented, but to do it at scale, it takes a certain amount of human capital that's hard to
Yeah.
keep. And then like you just have so much turnover. It's like how do you retrain people? You know, it's like
Yeah.
an actual high skill job is authenticating
And they
used
carry
clothing.
like 500 brands or something.
Yes, I don't know what fake Kate looks like, you know, unfortunately.
Kate Spade.
No, Kate,
K-H-A-I-T.
K-H-A-I.
Oh, yeah. Would you pronounce that Kate or Kite?
Kate.
my
According
fault.
to TikTok, it's Kate.
Okay, so we're trusting that.
I mean, do you have a better source?
There were giants in the mountains, and they killed the guy who found them.
No, we actually did a full video on the Luke's thing about the giant in Afghanistan that the Delta Force killed. That shit's true, bro. That's true. Why would Special Forces guys lie about that?
An hour
He
and
had red
15
hair.
minutes
He had
in.
red hair.
The giant?
Yeah, the giant. They live in Kandahar.
Do you think
There's
something
more
crazy
than
happened
one?
on like
There's, like-
Easter Island
Yeah,
or something?
They killed that one?
No, there's a bunch of them. Yeah, there's like a race of them. But they. No, I'm serious. And they come up against the tip of the spear, Delta Force, and they fucking get shot down.
Why do we not see more of them?
They're covering them up, man. They're in a CIA
it's
black
just a
site.
really remote mountainous area, and that's why the Taliban and Osama was able to hide there for so long.
Do you think they were friends?
I don't know. I don't. It would be crazy if you indoctrinated a giant.
The Taliban giant?
Yeah,
Getting killed by a Taliban giant and Cartier buffs.
The giant and the Taliban probably had pretty similar like views on like the man and the woman's place in the world.
So I don't.
You think? I'm sorry. You think
It's
that
not
the
where I thought
Giants
that was
don't have
gonna
a
go.
progressive society?
I don't think so.
You don't. You think it's like a strict patriarch?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, I just think when you're a giant, you probably focus
So
on
you think
strength.
that's the natural way?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm
think
saying,
that's what
I'm just saying what I'm trying to empathize with the giants.
So you don't think giant women are strong?
No, I think they are strong compared to human women.
But
But
you think
not
that,
compared to a
you
giant
think that the
man.
female of the species is naturally weaker?
I just think that physiologically that's generally the case. Yes,
Okay.
at least in mammals, outside of like birds and like fish and shit and spiders.
I think we got him, Saul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could chop that up easy. Yeah, we could we could run that into something horrible.
We got something good
Yeah,
here.
you're going down.
All right, thank you. Actually, I don't think if you chop that up the way you want to, I don't even think it would get me in that much trouble with my current audience, to be honest.
So you think
Posturing
you cater to a
yourself.
misogynist audience?
I sell a lot of Rick Owens.
Trying to do the thing on Twitter. It's like I've never seen a 6'2" girl rock Rick Owens.
They say that 6'2" girls with brown hair can't rock Rick Owens, and some chick in full Rick just like, what do you want here? Like, you want? I'll like this, sure.
They're
And now
saying
we
giant
wait.
women aren't beautiful.
Saul's saving it. Saul's refreshing every 30 seconds. The free Sammy thing.
Is that to do with the snake bites?
Yes.
Snake bites are so sick. I like low key
And the painted nails.
I don't love the nails, which is also I take umbrance with the nails on Mark Jacobs.
Oh, but Mark is serving levels of cunt you can't comprehend.
I'm a Tom Ford girly.
I
I think when you reach a certain level of success, if you don't aspire to be a Palm Beach Republican, you have misaligned things. And I'm not a Republican by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just saying like,
But you will be.
you get to
once
8
you hit
figures
big.
and you start
if
get the
I-
comb over.
if you see me in a McLaren, my voting may have changed. That's all I'll say.
I don't know. I think that it's been really interesting to watch Mark Jacobs get yassified in real time.
It's so
Well, when
sick.
he
Like-
discovered he could get like chemical peels every 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then really leaned into chemical
Yeah.
peels and like filler that
when
it
you
was
stop caring about books and you start caring about like cosmetics.
yeah.
He did the opposite of that one meme of the bimbofied girl picking up the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the what's up? What are your thoughts on snake bites?
They're sort of
They leave a scar. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, most
you can see
you
anybody
can always
my
tell when
age
someone
who had snake bites or gauges, they're marked for life.
Yeah, the gauge.
Yeah.
You can see the like even it never fully closes up.
It puckers up.
Yeah, gets real Marco.
Yeah.
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 Got the little ear booty hole.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. Same with like most facial piercings leave scars in some
Interesting.
capacity.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
I got no piercing, no tattoo.
That's why mine's not.
No, I mean you can't.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Made a promise
you'll
to my
rot in
Jewish
hell.
grandmother. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't believe in hell.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I would be outside wilding.
So you're saying it's a belief in hell that keeps you from killing people?
That's what makes me give money to homeless people.
Wait until I get a rocket launcher. I'm gonna go crazy.
crazy.
You're not gonna know me. I'm gonna start acting brand new.
What about when you get a McLaren? You still believe in hell?
It won't matter.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I'm already be in heaven.
Yeah, you'd be doing fine here.
Why do you think so many
never
Jews
die.
are Republicans?
Exactly. They're not worried about going to hell.
I totally had something to ask. I'm completely lost the plot.
I feel I feel strongly positive about anything being reappropriated from scene culture.
Like into like you talking about like Mark with the nails.
Well,
Or
no,
what-
that's not scene culture. I mean like snake bites.
Oh,
and
like that
like the
scene.
resurgence of like
I thought you meant like the scene of people who throw parties.
no,
downtown,
my
which
fault,
is
my
like the
fault.
scene I'm
No,
used to.
like I guess I don't know if they had this in Virginia when you were in high school, but the Hot Topic kids with the swoopy hair with the
Yeah,
raccoon
we didn't
tail.
really have a lot of them where I grew up, but they were a phenotype at the time.
Okay, yeah. So I was one of those kids.
That's surprising.
Is it? It's not, is it? It's not even
Anyway,
a little
what were you gonna
surprising. You were lying to me, weren't you?
I'm here, man. That's all.
I am. Yeah. Okay. Well, I went from there to being insanely preppy and like
What-
loving Tom Brown. And then I
But
went
like,
to
I think
Rick.
like Tom Brown preppy is different from like that's
Young
more of like
Republican.
like that's like a Brooks Brothers is what I really take as preppy. Like,
So what about Tom Brown for Brooks Brothers?
did they do that?
Tom Brown was the head of the
Oh,
like,
I watched a YouTube video about this. But you get what I'm saying. Not a LeBron James shorts and short sleeve suit
that you
set. I'm
Yeah, like
talking
I was
about
a little-
a seersucker suit.
I
or
was
like,
a little more fruity with it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like I grew up in my hometown. UVA was like the main catalyst of the town being there. So,
So you had like yacht
yeah, like
yacht
they were
prep.
like I didn't go to UVA. I went to VCU in Richmond. But like growing up, like like there would be like blackout drunk dudes in like full polo or full Brooks Brothers suits, like puking like on the sidewalk all around town like the entire time I was growing up.
I
Makes
wish that
sense
was
why
me.
you were trapping between the Burning Man people and the young Republicans.
Yeah, I mean whoever needed it.
You
enough.
buy it from the Burning Man people and sell it to the Young Republicans for $50 a gram.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tight.
Well, it started because I had a crazy Adderall prescription because I like had the ADHD.
But you don't anymore.
No, I'm cured. I've been baptized.
Yeah, sick.
I've
been thinking of doing that.
I now believe in hell. But yeah, I was prescribed like 230 XRs every day, which is like a metric ton of Adderall.
Yeah. I was.
If you go
They
back
just
to
had
my
you like on meth.
Bro, how
Yeah, and
are you
we
going to take two XRs in the morning? Or you re-upped?
no, I would take 2. I would just be off 60 milligrams in the
Because
morning.
I was on a
I was geeked. I was a geeker.
God.
for a couple years in my life. I also had like I was on Vyvanse, and I think I got up to 60 milligrams, and I was the worst person
Yeah, it
I've
makes you
ever
awful.
been in my life.
It makes you so emotionally unstable. At
I
least it did me.
lost a number of like I got blocked by a few of my friends.
Yeah.
and then we're good now. We're chill.
I was on Ritalin for a certain thing, and I would get really focused and really sweaty.
Yeah,
I'd just be
easy.
like-
So would you take some before this?
Yeah, exactly.
fucking got him.
Damn.
No, I mean, here's what's fucked up is like, I was on Ritalin so young that I couldn't swallow pills, so my mom would crush it up and put it into ice cream in the morning.
Oh my God.
You eat your little morning ice cream.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
my little blue morning ice cream with bitter Ritalin crushed up into it.
Do you have like a sort of Pavlov response to ice cream now, or
It makes me focus,
okay?
but that's the main reason I'm not 6'5" is
Is the Ritalin?
It's the Adderall.
Yeah,
I could have gone to the league.
yeah.
No, I mean-
I could have been pro.
Yeah, I could have gone pro is the thing.
I'm super curious. You pivoting the conversation super far away because I'm seeing your crab on your hand tattoo. I saw you the other day and you had a crazy Prodigy Firestarter shirt.
Yeah, I think I have it in the other room.
Are there certain things that come through the shop that just never see the walls and you're just like, oh, this is mine now?
Not as much as like I think people think, and not as much as back in the day because I've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
But for example, even today, like a lady brought in a pair of brand new row loafers that are my size, and I bet you I'm probably end up keeping those because like no one A gives a fuck about them, but B like,
The row is insanely
them.
expensive. Does it resell?
no, not really. I mean, it's like anything that's that expensive and desirable resell some, but nothing's going like close to retail.
Right.
How much did
and
you
the
buy
row
them
people
for?
are just buying.
300.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like maybe some vintage tees, like I like Prodigy and 9 Inch Nails tees, or just stuff that has cool wear. Like what other shit have I like taken home?
I was going to say, because you've been doing this for so long, where do you keep all of these things? Do you
That's the
eventually just
fact of the
get rid
matter
of
is
them?
like if I showed you my closet,
Yeah.
like this is more than 2/3 of my shoes over here, including my LA house. Like I have maybe like 4 pairs of shoes there. I just end up having more shit here. Like I don't have more than like 20 t-shirts in there and like 10 jackets. Like I don't have that much clothes. I don't keep shit because it's so easy for me to be like, I don't want to look at this anymore. I can just put it in the store right now and it's gone. I don't have to like worry about the process of selling it. All I have to do is take it to work.
I could not do your job.
and tell them to list it. So I dump everything all the time. And I also, like I think it's probably a bit more difficult for my employees than me because like whether or not they want something or buy something doesn't really materially affect the business. But for me, anytime I take something home, I'm like, damn, that could add $500 to my top line.
Yep.
Like I would much rather generally sell stuff than I would keep it because I would rather the company do well. And also it's like, I've had almost everything that I've wanted. You know, I've had like every Supreme item. I've been buying Balenciaga out of the store since like Dimna basically first came to the company in 2017 because we used to buy that shit all the time, like Prada, you know, like all this shit. And at the fact of the matter is I don't look good in most of the shit that I like. So it's like, what the fuck's the point of keeping it anyway? I don't know. It's just like, I like, there's no point in me dressing that crazy. You know, I'm like,
you don't want the NYU undergrad swag? Total fucking darkness.
Chalamet.
Oh no, I was gonna say like total fucking darkness, bomber, vet hoodie, some sort of like cargo, probably Rick, strike boots, some stupid glasses.
Yeah, if I was 10 years younger, I probably would wear that, but I just don't, you know, like I am unk whether or not I fucking want to admit it. And like, I think it's like, it's fun to have fun and like dress and have fun with clothing. And like, you know, the fact of the matter is like, I always say that I do this to make money, but I'm lucky that I'm able to make money selling clothes, which I still love genuinely, whether or not my shtick on the internet is to like hate on everything. And you know, like just because I love clothes doesn't mean I look good in them, you know? And I think I also just need to like, I try to be conscious of my age because there's nothing worse than like a middle-aged dad in like an essential sweatsuit and like Jordan 1s, you know, like, and there's like that, whatever my equivalent of that would be, you know?
I think in 10 years you will break through the wall again.
I know, but I mean like, it's like when your hair is like Saul's length and it like doesn't like look good yet.
Oh, damn.
I'm just saying shit. But yeah, you get like that. I think hair is a good metaphor for that.
You
where it's
apologize.
like, I'm sorry. I actually am.
No,
sorry.
that really wasn't.
It looks
cool.
good.
We were talking. Saul was literally saying this
How
about
much it
himself
looked like shit.
before the podcast
I know.
started,
I
for
heard
the
you guys
record.
talking in the other room,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
why I knew it was a soft spot.
He finds your weaknesses and he exploits them.
It's my job.
Yeah, yeah. That's it's bargaining.
But
You-
I'm
when
I'm in this era where I'm not young and I'm not old yet. I'm kind of like in the middle, and so
You think
like,
you're not old?
Damn it, dude.
My fault.
I'd like to think I'm not. Yes.
Yeah, no,
right.
you're doing great. I thought you were much younger.
All right. Well, it's because is it my gorgeous skin or
It's
is it
the
my
skin.
uncanny swag? What is it?
I would say the skin and the uncanny swag.
If you guys
that's what
could
it
spend
is.
a couple minutes just kind of like telling me like, you know, good things about me, it'd be really, if we could maybe move that to the front of the pod. I don't know how much you chop these up, but
I think whenever anyone I think is my age says wife, I'm like,
yeah.
and you said that, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I also, I don't know. I don't have nothing to say to that.
Do you have a tattoo behind your ear of like one of the early era Garfields?
Yeah.
That's like a 2000s Garfield.
It's like a 70s Garfield.
70s Garfield.
I don't know the Garfield era, but it's funny. So I was getting my hair cut yesterday, and I always forget that I have these tattoos on my head. And he was like, the Garfield one's hard. And I was like telling him the story of like, I went in to get this and I was like, I want like a small Garfield like behind my ear. And he like kind of put it here.
It's
and
not
I was
that
like,
small.
It feels like it's on my head. And he was like, it's not. And I was like, okay, like it's not on my skull, right? And he was like, nah, it's like behind your ear. And I'm like, all right, bet. And he started pulling the lines. I was like, I feel like it's on my head. And he was like, nah, it's not. And I was like, okay. And I was like, he was doing it. I was like, this is taking a long time. It feels kind of big. It's like small, right? He's like, yeah. And it get it done. And there's like, you know, a big old Garfield on my head.
Wait, how you were looking for like
I was looking for like this size behind my ear on some like slutty behind the ear tattoo.
slutty behind the ear Garfield tattoo?
Yeah.
For reference, everybody, it's like 2 or 3 inches tall.
like
It's not
big.
small.
Yeah, there's probably I'll send you a picture of it when I first got it done that you could like put up, you know.
It's right up there.
Yeah.
Why was
I
Garfield
mean, I appreciate
the
it.
slutty choice?
I don't know. I just thought, I was getting tattooed in Richmond a lot, and I fucking also wish I didn't have tattoos because I hate talking about them. You go back to your hometown, they're like, I'm like in line at Costco, and the guy's like, you got a lot of ink there, buddy. Like that looks, it's cool, but it looks like it probably hurt. And I'm like, dude, like,
that lasts forever, right?
I don't want to fucking talk to you right now. Like, I don't want to talk to you. And I'm just like, yep, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you like, sorry, I know you don't like talking about
no,
it, but
I have like my entire back, like from like here to my head.
that's good.
But it's because a bunch of my friends, mainly my man Andrew in Richmond, Andrew Slater, who's a really talented tattoo artist. He owns Lakeside Tattoo in Richmond.
He's not the one who did the Garfield, is he?
No, that's Mario at Midtown in LA. Okay. But he was just tattooing me for free, basically. So
Right.
It was super easy.
If tattoos were free, I would look a lot worse.
Exactly. You know,
I need everybody to know that it's only money that's holding me back from being like,
insufferable.
yeah.
Okay.
In most things, actually.
Yeah.
You think money is not making you insufferable?
I'm insufferable either way. I just think I'd maybe be a different insufferable.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
If you had the McLaren.
Yeah.
Explaining Rick Owens doing this with a royal oak in my face.
You got the Rick Rolex.
It's called a glory hole
Yeah.
tee, buddy. You
It's-
ever seen this?
Yeah, it's like this is actually Hun Rick Owens. It's full fur. I don't know if you fucking knew about that with your broke ass.
That shit's made of chinchilla and alligator.
Sorry, what were you asking me?
I don't even know. I was asking about Garfield.
Oh yeah.
Do you hate Mondays?
Oh.
Yeah, why Garfield specifically? You big Garfield
I
guy?
just thought it was funny. Okay, so that's what I was getting at. It doesn't mean anything, and I just thought it would be funny.
yeah, that's
Like
good.
so, I was getting tattoos, and I had them stop all around here, and I was like, because I when round 2 first started, I didn't know if it was going to work or not, and I assumed I'd
You
have
want to be ready for job interviews?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did the pop up in London, and there was like 4,000 people there, and we ran up like a
Fuck.
crazy check, and I was like, I'm never getting a real job. So I went and got the world is yours on my neck
Yeah.
in London in like some
Wrong side.
weird warehouse, and I kind of just like I was like I don't give a fuck anymore. And that's
Yeah.
kind of like ballooned into me getting a Garfield on the side of my head.
Yeah. I think at this point, though, you could probably get, I mean, I don't know, but like, you could probably get an office job with hand tattoos.
Yeah. I mean,
Pretty easily.
I think the normal person can. I think I'm pretty unemployable generally.
And
But-
why?
I don't. I just don't think.
The misogyny or?
Yeah, exactly. It's just my radical views on giant misogyny.
Yeah. That'll get you.
Although
They'll dig that shit up.
The fact of the matter is, I think that there are a lot of guys who have office jobs who drink Black Rifle coffee who probably feel the same way about giants that
Oh,
I do.
absolutely,
They just
yeah.
don't maybe preach it from the mountaintops.
Who
the same
drink
way
Black Rifle coffee is such a good niche call out there.
I guess I haven't showed you guys this, but I got an ad for an energy drink on TikTok called Liberal Tears.
Oh, God.
And it was the
It's
flavor.
gotta have some of the
it
worst
was-
coffee of
it
all
was
time.
Patriot Peach.
Oh, God. Is it like they like
Christ.
proudly advertise being like seed oil and aspartame free, or are they
I
like
don't think. I think it's just
no
more
soy?
like I think it's just like owning the libs is what they advertise.
it works too?
Has anybody done like a post-ironic chromed out "Make America Great Again" hat? Are we at that point yet, where somebody's
God.
trying to like piss people off on the internet? They
I mean,
throw one of those up.
Who do you think Richard Stark voted for?
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
would be surprised if he voted at all.
Yeah, that's true.
I was at the Stussy store the other day, and they were like, this poor German kid came in, and he had a MAGA hat on, and people were like talking shit to him in the store, and like bullying him.
Good. Fuck
And
that
I was
kid.
like, yeah, like why does this retard have a MAGA hat on? Like why, like dog,
Like a literal German, like
like a German tourist.
what the hell?
Well, the alt-right is like back in Germany, which
Yeah.
is like
Yeah.
the one place
They're
that you
finna whip the armbands back up.
Yeah.
I had an actual question. I had a did I? I don't know if I had an actual
I
question.
don't either.
What were we talking about?
What were we talking about?
Oh, you applying for a job at an office, and they're like, "What's this like 8-year gap on your resume where you said you were self-employed?"
I'm gonna be like, I was just hitting the streets, baby. I just had to make something shake.
I was flipping Chrome Hearts. What can
Oh,
I say?
you just gotta hit him with the I signed the NDA.
Yeah, no, yeah, I can't. Sorry.
I bet I was working for an unnamed celebrity.
Yeah, can't do it.
Luke
sorry.
Martin.
Lockheed Martin. I was
It's like a basketball player. I know you're into basketball.
Lockheed
Martin.
Oh.
It's a weapons, company.
Oh, there's an office in my hometown actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Same.
like, what is Northrop Grumman? They had like a weird warehouse.
That's another one.
Grumman, yeah.
Yeah.
Did they make clothing? Lockheed.
Oh,
did.
so Lockheed Martin.
Did they license it to like a?
Yeah.
It's a Korean company, and I think it's just that the licensing like can't be enforced.
So they just did it.
They just did it.
It's so funny. I feel like I know the TikTok you watched to like know that information.
Well, I'm also on Twitter a lot. So
Yeah,
like,
I was on Twitter.
It's like a lot of like trickle down between Twitter and TikTok.
you seen the Enron revival?
Yeah.
What, like somebody bought the name in the fire
and he's
sale?
guy
like trying to
who-
like sell like a nuclear egg and shit.
Yeah, the guy who did the birds aren't real bit for so many years
So funny.
bought the. I mean, it works.
He's friends with a friend of mine.
Yeah. He will tell him Saul thinks he's
That
not
bit
funny.
sucks.
I mean, I would tell him the same fucking thing if I met him.
I think the thing is that it sucks, but it's mischief.
That's like coworker humor.
Well, yeah, like
Where like somebody's like, you got to see this,
There's
and
so
it's
many
like
coworkers and NPCs in the world. You
Yeah.
know, like
You gotta cater to the
It's almost
coworkers.
easier to cater to them.
If
Yeah.
I was doing coworker fashion, I'd be a millionaire.
What brands would you describe? What brands do you think are coworker fashion?
It's like mall. It's the same as mall fashion. It's like J. Crew and Banana Republic and like how to dress. It's like giving people advice on how to wear a button-up shirt under a sweater.
Like Untuck It.
Yeah, untuck it and
Untuck
like
It goes great.
You're
drag
doing,
queen named Untuck It.
Untuck It Spring Summer 24 is really good. This is a good season, a strong season.
and Allbirds, and you're doing a brand
no, it's
deal.
On Running.
You're doing
I like On Running.
Their shoes are comfortable. It's just coworker clothing. Leo, do you want to come over
The
here? and come
Loewe
up on
ones
the
are
couch?
good.
There's Loewe on running.
Yeah, there's post
They're
archive
still kinda
faction
hard.
ones.
Oh,
They've been
that sucks.
whichever collab.
Post archive faction is like, oh my God. This is a whole nother thing that maybe I shouldn't get into.
Talk your
but, like,
shit.
Yeah.
It's like, you ever watch a movie that you know was made for a foreign market and it feels weird and off? Like the new
Yes.
Mission Impossible was obviously made for the Chinese market.
Is it?
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I've not seen it.
It's like the whole thing is about how like the U.S. government's inept and only Ethan fucking whatever his name can save us. Or like Pacific Rim, like certain like
Yeah.
you watch a movie
Pacific Rim
that's like a big
fucks.
budget movie, and you're like, obviously this was made for like the Chinese market, you know?
Yeah.
And it feels weird, like the guns in it are weird and shit. Like there's something off about it. It's
That's
like
what post archive
it's like-
faction feels like for you.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Not
like
for the white boys.
well, it's for white boys, but it's just like, why do you have to put archive in there, bro? Like, you know, like that it just seems like the lowest hanging fruit.
What did they name that company prior to that? Has that name been around for a while?
I think it's been around since 2018, 19 maybe.
And it's faction and not fashion.
I always say fashion too.
Okay. I don't-
Well, because the ironic thing is it's the brand's post archive fashion, but it is post archive fashion.
It is, yeah.
You know, I'm a big it's a Korean brand, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big 99%ers guy.
What does that mean?
The brand that had
99% IS?
Yeah, remember the Gobchang pants?
Yeah,
with all the
ones that
with
were
the,
like-
the pull ties on, the Bloody Owen they would wear.
Oh, I hate those.
It was a time.
Yeah.
Did they make anything else other than those
I
pants?
think so, but I
Okay.
just don't know what it is.
I couldn't recall any other item of
I'm
fashion.
sure they
from them.
did. I mean, Hell Yeah Emil made more than the shiny pants, right?
Yeah, he made the ketamine jersey.
The ketamine jersey?
Did he?
Yeah, I have one in the store.
What is that?
It's a jersey that said ketamine. And I was like, this is cool enough to buy.
Like sort of a like a Pyrex throwback.
Yeah, exactly, about ketamine.
Hell yeah.
I kind of do want the Pyrex Vision pants.
Which ones?
They have
ones
like a
with the
23.
slur on them?
No, Michael.
Oh,
no.
okay. Well, I'll cancel your birthday gift then.
Just the ones that say Pyrex Vision.
Like the shorts? Like
Yeah,
the Pyrex
yeah,
shorts?
yeah, the
we
cut
get,
off
we get them
shorts.
every once in a while. They're not cut off, they're just champion mesh shorts.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rock the fuck out of a pair of those at the gym.
Some Bintrill.
Where you work out?
I'm in Brooklyn. I go to this place called Green Fitness. It's a boxing gym.
That's cool.
It's more expensive than it should be. It's a little rundown, and there's
Every gym in New York is like that.
yeah, it's true. Well, it was between that and a Blink, and it's a boxing gym, so almost no one is using the equipment. They're all there
Everyone's
boxing.
just like, yeah.
So I can go there on like a very busy 6 p.m. on a Wednesday, and no one's there.
Why do you hate Brooklyn, Luke?
I just don't feel like I need to go over there.
At all?
Ever?
If not, if I can help it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did something happen? Was there like an inciting incident?
No. I've had fun over there.
Okay.
I like the city. I like being over here.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's where I'm in my comfort zone.
You get your nails painted.
Yeah, natural. And I get my toes done. But
You get your toes
They
done?
got I'll show you.
I've seen enough feet. Thank you.
Okay.
Did you get those to match the socks?
No, it's purple.
Oh, okay.
It's funny because the only other person I've said that to on this podcast was Cody, and he immediately got
Cody got
insanely
so
self-conscious. He was like, yeah. I mean, I like it.
It's just Cody has this fragile sense of masculinity.
No. And you think you've got a really strong one?
No, I just I'm tapped into my feminine side.
There we go. Cody needs to work on that.
Yeah. Leo's so cute. When you probably end up cutting this out. When you're working out, do you run like full body, or how do you do your lifting like per week? Like, do you do like leg day, arm day, or do you do like splits in a different way?
I'm really bad at I don't go to the gym as much as I want to because I'm always busy.
I assumed you go all the time. You look great.
Oh, you flatter me.
Yeah, I mean that.
I go like twice a week when I should go twice as much as that, but I do
That'd
like
be 4 times a week.
Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, I'm not very good at math.
Okay, thank you.
I do push and pull.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I do leg day very, very infrequently.
Yeah.
I have.
I've been running. I haven't been doing legs.
I fucking hate running.
I love running.
I hate it too. But it's the only working out thing that feels like you're actually accomplishing something. If that
Biking.
makes sense. It's not for me.
Get yourself a fixed gear.
I had fixies. Yeah.
There you go.
I used to ride all this shit. I had Chanelli somewhere.
Oh hell yeah! That's my like only form of cardio. But I have like very strong thighs already, so I don't need to do leg day. I think.
Okay.
I skip it. I just try. I do the vanity workout. You know.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't think you need to do leg day in a post e-bike world. You know, post
Yeah.
e-city bike. I can get across the bridge.
Legs
in no
are pretty
time.
redundant now. We don't need them anymore. Yeah, we could honestly phase them out.
I know. I need some wheels.
We have something to get out of the way. We have a Discord,
Oh, what a call.
and we
Yeah, I bet y'all do. Continue.
we make people prove they've listened to an episode by giving us a.
I have
word or
never listened
phrase.
to an episode before.
Oh, that's
Also,
fine. Me neither.
if you mention that you've listened to this episode, Luke will give you 20% on to whatever you bring into the store in terms of the sell price that he gives you, and then he'll give you 20% off of anything else in the store. That's good. He's verified it. Just mention our name in the
Yeah,
store.
100%.
Yep.
I just need to get Saul on the phone after we've done that so he can send me the difference because he's actually going to be covering it, which is really sweet of him.
Oh, no, you said you were doing really well.
No.
You said it's cool to come.
It's funny how you switch it up on camera. That's crazy, dude. I want you guys to know that they're not like this off camera. This is crazy.
we don't even like each other off
No,
camera
Luke
either.
and I are slapboxing after this.
Literally, we walked from the store to my house and they didn't speak a word to each other the entire time until the cameras turned on. It's fucking crazy.
We won't even really make eye contact. That's why we make Luke sit in between us.
No,
So Michael
I'm
lives in
right at a
Brooklyn.
punch range.
It's horrible. It just doesn't work. Can you give us a password people can message us to join the Discord?
Password.
Fucking this dude. I could get into your laptop in like 4 tries.
No,
couldn't
but
I?
the O's are zeros.
Yeah, message us password, but the O's are zeros. No one will ever guess that.
The 1 O?
The O.
The A too, right?
Password. Could you message us P0SSW0RD?
Yeah.
If it's spelled any differently, you're not getting on that fucking Discord.
And it's case sensitive. The zeros have to be uppercase.
Isn't uppercase 0 like an exclamation mark?
It's a hashtag.
It's a hashtag, right?
Hashtag password.
Hashtag password. There you go.
I saw when you started DMing me, I saw that you guys had DM'd me in 2020 asking me to come on the podcast. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry that I didn't.
That was
it.
before my time. You didn't snub me. You snubbed someone
When it
else.
was just
You
Lone
snubbed me.
King podcast.
No, it was a different king. I killed him.
What happened?
Single combat.
Single combat. Yeah.
You know how I said we slap box after the episode?
yeah.
I wouldn't want to slap box you. I'm keeping a beat. I'm gonna go grab my hammer. I'm not fighting you.
No, there was a
How dudes be when you up hammer?
How dudes be when you slap box? You gotta up the pole on them.
Jesus Christ.
taking a gun to a slap fight. I replaced a former king.
What happened to him?
Got married.
He
got
got deposed.
Yeah.
You got deposed.
So he just,
Right.
Was
just-
it regicide?
Yeah, that is,
Yeah.
I guess, technically what it... No, he just, like, got married and got too busy.
and
has a
like
real job.
doesn't live in New York.
I just think
and-
it's funny how, old king.
Old king.
I like the idea of it being just like Lone King podcast.
Oh, God.
One of King
Uh-huh.
podcast.
That's cool. How'd you guys, I'm not going to ask you how you guys
How we
hooked up.
meet?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It was really sweet.
I was on the podcast.
Yeah,
Was
he was
it,
on the podcast.
it wasn't that like a grilled party?
No.
Yeah, I saw you from across the room. I loved your vibe. Do you want to do a
You want to do a
podcast?
podcast? We just, we both said the same punchline together at the same time. And it's sort of been history ever since.
We had the same GIMP hoodie from fall winter 17.
So
I don't
got
wear that
Rick
Rick
like
Owens
that.
shit.
I'm the only one.
What
I'm
do
the
you
only.
have? I was gonna say something when you guys were doing fit checks that like basically besides the Rick thing you had on, I have never heard of any of the brands that either
Wait,
of y'all
really?
were wearing. I mean, I've heard of like Wacko Maria. but, like,
Balenciaga?
what is that? Yeah, I forgot that was at the end of your fit, so I had already kind of zoned out.
I mean, I've only got one other thing on, and it's Kozaburo jeans.
Yes,
and
I
if
don't
you
know
don't know
what
Kozaburo, that's really on you.
I'm well aware it's on me.
You know,
Kookaburra.
you know Huiben Shop?
No.
Huiben Shop? No.
Damn.
No.
That's like a like not a competitor because they're very different, but that's another like Lower East Side showroom resale store.
Where are they? I'm in my
I
own
don't
lane.
actually know. I've never been.
Oh, that's not bad. You don't know shit about them either.
No, I know that. I mean, I know the store and I know the owner personally. I've just never been to the store. The same reason I never went to your store either. I'd like to save that for a special moment. Okay. Imagine if I'd been in your store regular style until today.
Some cool
We
Rick
probably
Owens shows up.
have good banter.
Yeah, well, fair enough. No, they sell a bunch of Koseboro. Koseboro is Brooklyn based. He's like,
Oh, really?
Well, he's Japanese, used to be Paris based, and then moved to Brooklyn more recently.
He's really downgrading.
Yeah.
I think he's always lived in Brooklyn, but he used to show in Paris, and now he's like
cool.
New York based.
And now he's following up on Willie Chavarria.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm sad we lost him.
Yeah,
It makes sense,
Who?
but Willie.
What do you mean you lost him?
He's
he's
not
not
gonna
New
show
York
in New York.
Fashion Week
Oh,
anymore.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did Paris. He did last couple New Yorks, and then he blew up, acted like he didn't know anybody, and moved to Paris.
Well, now we got that much more room for Eckhouse Lada.
Hell yeah!
You know?
Thank God.
Dudes get one Don Julio collab, start acting different. Once
Honestly,
Pair
as
of
soon as
Kings
I-
gets the Don Julio, I'm going ballistic.
The thing about it, it's like you guys, we'll give you the Don Julio collab. Y'all have to finish a bottle of 42 between the two of y'all every episode,
Every episode?
like throughout the episode.
What do you think we've been doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think was in these mugs?
Wait, how much is it? What a bottle of 42? Just like that's just regular.
It's the expensive one.
Three
It's the
quarters of a
tall-
liter?
It's like $7.50, so it's like it's doable.
Oh, that like brown. like,
yeah.
long- oh yeah.
It's like $200. It's good though.
I think that's mostly on you, Saul.
You a drinker?
Not like that.
You be drinking? I mean, I guess
Not
you
really.
No, not like
you
that
lived in
either.
Australia, which is like a drinking ass place.
Yeah. That was the first time I started drinking, and I was like, yeah, I'm here, and would just sit around and drink at night.
Were you in
with
the
people.
Outback?
Yeah, I was way out in the country.
Okay.
I'm not saying that either of us are like heavy drinkers, but I think Saul could probably handle more than I can.
Yeah, I mean, who's more excited about again the open bar at the grilled party?
What
Me,
is this
'cause
about
I'm
the grill
broke.
party?
Luke's really jealous he wasn't invited.
Do you wanna come next time?
I was out of town.
Did you get invited?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, because I could next time.
I didn't get invited per se, but I could have texted.
There's no way you're big dogging him. No,
wanna
next
get-
time I'll get you
Yeah,
on the
next
list.
time
bro.
you let me know.
I know it's
No,
a
I
big
know
moment
there's
for
usually
you.
a big line, but like I actually know the guys at Grailed, so like
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
you
I'll
know.
pull you through.
I actually
I
no,
know-
the crazy thing is I know the guys at Goat, bro.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm dating their PR manager.
Which one?
I don't know. It's the outhouse, not the actual in-house PR.
Oh, okay.
I'm dating the girl who does the grilled parties, though. That's the only reason I go. I'm
I'm
not cool
single.
enough.
I do have some stuff I should bring you.
I ain't selling
Balenciaga
you
stuff.
shit.
That's fine. I don't expect you to.
Just if you were wondering, I don't know.
Well, no, I mean, like I have heard from a reputable source that you just bought your first thing from the Rick Owens store ever. And
You pocket watching?
yes, I am. And that's what my job is. And
Professional pocket watcher.
I just know that. So here's the thing, and I don't mean this in any derogatory way, but
Oh no!
You-
say something derogatory.
Yes.
you're the type of guy who you are a very educated consumer, and I know that people who are too educated consumer wise are difficult to deal with because you would rather put it online and wait it out than just get the money from me generally, or you would
educated
rather
consumer parentheses derogatory.
or yeah, exactly, or you would rather you would rather come to the store, try it on, and then find it cheaper online and wait it out to find it cheaper online.
Well, if I was gonna, I wouldn't do that to you.
No, but I mean, like, I think like there is a type of like grailed secondhand consumer Discord guy who like that is their MO, that their money is more valuable than their time, and if that's how you see the world, there's nothing wrong with that. But you see, like, you understand what I'm saying?
Well, that is the reason that I've gotten to the level of like bullshit collection that I have today is by being very patient for 10 years.
Exactly. Like,
I had to talk Michael into selling something he's never worn the other day. The Gucci ring.
Yeah, and I don't even fucking care about
was
it.
it the Oro ring?
The Aura ring?
They did like Gucci did
Oh,
like the
no,
heartbeat ring.
It's one of the like wolf head
Oh,
ones.
that shit. I love Alessandro Gucci. I think that jewelry is so fucking ugly.
I love that ring. It didn't fit me.
That must have been hard to let it go, man.
He texted me. He was like, "I don't want to sell it." I was like, Michael, you've never worn it.
To be fair, I
You
texted you.
I want to get the language right. He said, I like staying on my giant pile of stuff.
I like
What are you, a
hoarding.
dragon?
Yeah, no, literally. I'm like a dragon. I'm like if a dragon was really dripped out in Rick.
Yeah.
I did buy my first ever.
I'm
Rick
a
thing.
hoarder and I like to sit on my pile of things.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Like I am like majorly of the like school of thought where if there's something I want and I see it pop up, I don't want to keep looking for it. I will just probably buy it. And if there's something I don't want anymore, I don't really care how much I get for it. I just want it gone.
I come from a long history of not balling. So
I know. I'm not saying that it's like a baller thing. It's just like I just like don't
okay.
like thinking about that kind
Yeah.
of shit. You know.
fair
I
enough.
think I'm of the mind, if you don't wear something in a calendar year, just get rid of it. You will never wear it.
100%.
Yeah.
I have worn.
No,
Almost
you wear.
everything
Yeah. You've been very
I
good about
own
it.
way too much shit, but I wear all of it.
I wear the same
post a
3
lot, I
pairs of
see it.
pants.
You don't even follow me.
I see it's on my For You page.
Damn.
You get the view. Don't worry. Also,
right.
yeah.
Are you commenting? Are you sharing his post? Are you saving?
I'm bookmarking for sure.
Okay, yeah.
tight.
Because I know it's good for the algorithm.
Yep.
Thanks.
Just making sure that the
Just
the
supporting
influencer
from a
blows up.
distance, you know. Someone's got to do
I'm
it.
circling.
Well, no, it's good. I think if you
Been
don't
waiting for my
follow, that
time to
bookmark
start.
means more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
exactly.
everybody
I don't
unfollow
want
Michael.
to cheapen my engagement. That's like
That's
why
I also don't follow you.
That's why I don't follow anyone back. Because I don't want to cheapen our engagement.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah, it's got
algorithmically.
Yeah.
You know.
Smart businessman.
The worst guy you know trying to gaslight a girl. No. I just don't want to cheapen my likes on your story. It means more if I'm not following you.
Yeah.
I don't want to cheapen my follower count by adding you to it.
Do you try to keep it at like an angel number?
I
777.
try to keep it at a prime number. I'm a big numbers guy.
What's your favorite prime number off the top of your head?
17.
That's a good prime number.
Yeah.
Michael, you got a favorite?
13?
Dude, I sit around and just think of prime numbers.
Yeah, what's the biggest one you can think of right now?
129.
17.
No, 127.
All right.
Look, I'm not going to sit
I
here
think
and
you made that one up for the fucking record. There's the problem is-
127? 127 is prime.
I mean, it's prime time, but is it a prime number?
Yes.
Okay.
You can do the squares test.
I can't, but you probably can.
So, okay, if you want to check if something's prime, you divide it by every number lower than it that is lower than the next highest square. So
Can you tell which one
Yeah,
of us?
so start rattling them off. Go
Yeah.
ahead, boss.
So 127 is not divisible by 1, 2, 3, because if you add up all the digits, you get 10. That's not divisible by 3. It's not divisible by 4 because it's not an even number. It's not 5 because it's not a
I'm
multiple.
sorry I asked. It's fine.
Yeah.
Can you tell which one of us graduated college within the last year?
Well, you know,
got a
I'm gonna
master's.
I'm gonna
So do I.
honestly I'm gonna come out here and say it, and that my prediction for who was more autistic was completely wrong.
You thought it was me? Just in a different way. I think you sort of hit the right buttons for Saul and you've missed mine.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Talk to Mike about Lego.
Are you a Lego guy?
Oh, absolutely.
I was gonna get them. I wanted to get into Legos, and Aurora was like, "I do not want to. You're gonna fucking not finish them. I'm gonna step on a Lego, and it's gonna piss
Also-
me off. And no Legos in the house.
For the record, I think Lego is really cool to build, sucks to take apart, and not cool enough to display most of the time. Like, I don't want to have a shelf. Sorry to Lego people. I personally don't have the space to have like a display of like a bunch of Star Wars ships, and I probably wouldn't. But I would build the fuck out of one.
I don't have the desire for celibacy to display a bunch of Lego Star Wars.
But you're both in relationships. Like you can get into Lego and still.
My first adult Lego set was bought for me by Fiona.
Yeah.
I think it would dry up like crazy if I brought Legos
Really?
in the house. Yeah.
She let me hit because I'm autistic.
Exactly. I think the falling water Lego sets are fun.
The like,
Like architectural
architectural
ones are cool, but like
did they specifically do falling water?
yeah, they did falling water,
Oh yeah.
which is I went last year. It was
You've
fucking
put the
sick.
idea in Michael's head. I heard like a light turn on.
No. No. I've got to.
It's like the accountant where you're like, "Hey, I have to finish."
I do have some Lego sets, and they are just sort of like in a fucking pile.
Do you?
on top
What
of
do you do when you finish them? Do you undo them?
Well,
You have to hit them with a baseball bat, right?
the thing is that most Lego sets that are worth building are so like complex that they're annoying as shit to take apart. It's like impossible.
I don't think I ever took apart a Lego set. I think they just get thrown into a bin at the end.
Yeah,
like, you know.
that's sort of my only option.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I don't know. It seems like a lot of work to undo.
Yeah. I have the Pharrell Lego set sitting in a box at home that I still haven't
What
built.
they made the movie out of?
Yeah.
What is it supposed to build into? Like
It's a rocket ship. It's like a rocket ship and it's got a little Lego Pharrell to sit in it.
Y'all about to make
Is
me
he
drop
wearing-
a slur on here?
Against Pharrell?
No, again.
Oh. Damn.
I didn't know we were on that kind of podcast. Damn.
This isn't Red Scare. If you haven't noticed, neither of us is a vocal fry.
I actually have. What do you mean? I've never listened to Red Scare.
Good.
Or I really don't listen to podcasts except for like history ones when I'm on the plane trying to go to sleep.
Are you going to listen to this podcast that you are on?
Yeah, I watch.
Fuck no.
I watch game tape.
I watch game
I
tape.
don't.
That's how fucking Tom Brady gets. I'm like the Tom Brady of social media. That's how you get better.
You're divorcing your wife to podcast more?
She's gonna leave me. That's why I'm on here.
Our podcast becomes the death knell.
I do like that's the thing is I do only when me and Nate do our
Fans.
podcast. I don't listen to the ones that we record, but if it's just a video of me, I watch it like multiple times.
In a vanity
you're
way?
really
Like
into
you're like
yourself.
narcissist in the pond?
Yeah, a little bit,
Okay.
and then also just to like see where I could like improve and shit. Like stop, like don't bite your nails or don't, you know,
That's
X,
true.
Y, Z.
A
I
dude
don't
like me has been doing it for so long. I know I'm good at this.
Now when I met you, I knew you was built different, body different.
for podcasting specifically.
Just
Sort of dumpy
kinda
white boy.
built for
just had an
podcasting.
interesting way about him is all. He
do.
was in Bar Valentina talking to me about basketball, and I was like, dude, I'm too hammered for this.
That is Saul.
I don't even remember that conversation.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't watch sports.
Saul was
boss
just
man.
hammered enough for that.
I know, it was sick.
You
So-
get one beer in me, I start talking about Len Bias and the
Don't
1986
stop.
Celtics.
Stop.
Is that the
No.
dude OD'd on coke?
Yeah.
R.I.P. man.
Yeah.
Neither of us are here for it. I'm sorry.
I'm with you on that.
It's
brother.
really bad when it's not bad. It's good for Saul, but when there's a fellow basketball knower on the podcast,
it's gotta be nice for you. You can just shut up and let these fucking
I'm just
nerds
like-
talk about basketball.
sort of taking a little
You're
breather.
just like on your phone, like
What would you and your boys do while drunk? I just sit around and name old
Blow?
basketball players. Sure.
Shit. All right.
like what do you mean? Like
yeah, all right, fair enough. We'd
like-
sit and
So
watch.
you did what with your boys?
like talk shit to each other, you know, like I don't know.
I love
play
my friends.
Call of Duty?
Talk about post archive faction.
Yeah. Name Rick seasons
Exactly.
to failure.
completion.
Try to pronounce that one that starts with the PH, Flemigan or whatever.
Phlegathon?
Yeah, Flemigan.
Oh, you mean Phlegathon?
I was
Jesus.
trying to get that about you.
It worked.
Michael sleeper cell activation phrase.
You send a slow ball, someone's gonna hit a home run with it.
Absolutely,
you know?
yeah.
Exactly.
I did what I had to do.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Let's wrap it up. Before we get out of here, let's do song of the week. Something you've been listening to, Luke. We added to a big playlist called Pair of Kings, but the
R is a
is a
12.
Just like the password.
Yeah. PAI12 of
Well,
Kings.
is the Pair of Kings like fully spelled out playlist on some like has been like was like the first like you know when like someone made a playlist like a long time ago and haven't used it? Is that why there's a 1-2 in it?
No,
Because it was
no.
already used.
We're in our 12th season.
Yeah, we're on a 12. We do one per season, and we always try and hide the season number in there, and it works better than others.
What
sometimes.
have I been listening to? Can I grab my phone? I mean, I've listened to a lot of Rio.
Free Rio. Oh, he is free
He
now.
is free.
Yep.
It's backwards.
Just
Just ass to the camera.
what have I been listening to? What's Uncle Luke been listening to?
What are you listening to, Michael?
Lover, You Should Have Come Over by not Leonard Cohen. My fault. Why can't I remember his name?
yeah, he hates that shit, dog.
By
Jeff Buckley.
Jeff Buckley.
Yeah.
Yeah. But do the Sin E, the live at Sin E version.
Yep, got you.
Let's see. What can I tell you that's not embarrassing?
No,
Ooh,
do
this is a
embarrassing.
It
banger.
should be embarrassing.
Do Memories by David Guetta and Kid
Oh,
Cudi.
Hell yeah, that's
one
not
that sounds
embarrassing at
like
all.
it's,
Crazy shit I did too. Now, I've been running again, so I've been on a crazy workout high tempo playlist.
Hi.
I like drinking coffee until I can't see straight and then running as hard as I can for a couple of hours. It's
How
great.
far do you run?
Um,
Like 5
Like
miles?
10 feet.
Are you doing like 10 miles or like
yeah,
what do you-
I will go. I'll start up near me in West Harlem. I'm not gonna. Oh, I'm in Washington Heights, and then I'll run. All
What
the
are you
way
like
down,
on 155th or like
right around there.
Okay.
What? And then I'll run all the way down to like the bottom of the West Village.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah.
And then city bike back?
Just take the train, sweaty as shit.
Okay. So what is that, like 10 miles, 8 miles?
It's about 12 because it's not straight.
What are you, how
Wait,
fast?
really? I used to bike that, and I used to bike that exact path down to Leo's sad down to
What does he want?
World Trade, and it was like
blanket?
10 miles. I thought.
What,
Let me check.
what's your
Just
pace?
zigzag a lot.
What's your general pace?
If I'm going for that long, probably like 8:15.
That's good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. I'm tall with long legs. I think it makes it easier.
I am not.
I'm doing Soak Up the Sun by Sheryl Crow.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
I was on the subway the other day, and a woman was taking photos of subway stations, and another woman who had just gotten off of work, I assume, thought she was taking photos of her and started like legitimately crashing out on her and called her a Sheryl Crow ass bitch.
That's so
Whoa.
sick.
One of the best insults I've heard in New York so far.
I don't even know how is that an insult or is
It's my favorite mistake right there.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah. Luke, before we get out of here,
What's your song?
Oh, I already did.
What was it? I
It
wasn't
was
listening.
Lover, You Should Have Come Over by Jeff Buckley.
Like the dude on TikTok with watches?
Jeff Buckley?
That's okay, never mind.
Mike Nouveau?
No, he's in the same world. Oh, he's so cute.
I know nothing. Is he the old guy that hangs out with
It's the
Mike?
old guy who that's Phil. That's my man Phil.
Okay.
The geezer.
The geezer, yeah.
Giza.
Hey Dad, what's he doing there?
Oi, geezer.
Boy.
Me a point.
Yeah. Okay. What did sorry, I cut you off.
No,
I
no. Before we
apologize.
get out of here, take the floor. Tell everybody where they can find you. Plug whatever you want to plug.
I'm just a guy, man. Just a lowly merchant.
A lowly merchant.
I
Just a boy with a dream.
check out the store. It's 261 Broome in New York, 8012 Melrose in LA.
20% off everything.
Yeah.
Someone comes in talking that shit. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to hear your listen to the whole episode of Pair of Kings podcast ass about shit.
You throw
Luke-
them out. You bounce them like immediately.
Does the LA store have a bouncer, or could I steal from there?
I mean, you could steal from wherever if you're good, but there's a door guy there as
All
well.
right, my fault.
I wouldn't steal in front of Rocco.
At Luke's NYC or Luke's.NYC, depending on what happens when this episode comes out, at OG Luke Mook. Me and Nate have a podcast, Nasty Work Podcast. Listen to it if you like. I don't think anyone really does, but we enjoy doing it and yapping.
That's what it's about.
www.lukes.store. If you see me in the streets, come say hi. I'm a friend.
Start running.
I'm a friendly young man, and I'd like to meet like-minded people, especially people from the fashion incel community, which is I'm imagining who fucking listen to this podcast.
We've
all
got
the
a
way through.
very incel, not adjacent audience.
Yeah, you're
which is
thinking of throwing
wonderful.
fits.
Yeah, you're thinking of throwing fits.
obviously, dude. Jesus Christ. But shout out to James and Lawrence. They're good friends of mine, and they're nice.
Oh yeah, cool guys.
They're nice men.
Don't get me wrong.
I mean, you guys are gonna be mad at this, but like, someone was like, "What's up with this podcast you're doing?" I was like, "It's just like Gen Z throwing fits."
We're deleting this episode.
Yeah, we're not going to Pumps after this, unfortunately.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah,
I
I'm
gotta
going.
actually be somewhere in a minute. But yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Taking an Uber share to Pumps.
Come.
a good bit.
taking a lift share to Pumps. Thank you for having me on here. Thanks for coming to my house to do this. I appreciate you guys' time.
Yeah.
It does have to be nice to interview a person with motion, And
I'm sure that's really nice for you, little bro.
and I'd like to thank my two little bros for having me.
Thank you so much to everybody for listening to this episode of the Pair of Kings podcast. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Pair of Kings Pod. As always, I'm your host, Saul Thompson. You can find me on Instagram at Saul Thompson. I'm joined this week not only by my wonderful co-host.
Oh, before you go, do you guys do the memes yourselves?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do all of them.
They're really good.
Oh,
I
thanks.
genuinely think that they're funny.
Saul does most of them. I do like every 10th one probably.
They're good.
If that.
They're like you. I know you don't want to hear this again, but like you guys in throwing fits, like the meme content is almost like better than the like.
it's every now and then you tell someone you do a podcast and they're like,
You mean that meme page?
yeah, they're like, what's it called? And you're like, Pair of Kings. And they're like, oh, I thought that was a meme page.
Well, it's kind of like gotta be like the greatest feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it's the people do love it.
Yeah, but thank you guys. Sorry, you can finish your outro. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. This week we're also joined by Luke. You can find him on Instagram at OGLukeMook, or at any of the things that he plugged earlier. Yeah, thanks so much for listening, everybody. Don't forget to... Oh, and there goes the camera. Oh, shit. All right, bye, everyone.
Poor Leo.
Oh.